Jackson Merrill might be one of the best rookies that Major League Baseball has ever seen. And depending on how you value clutch players and how they perform when the situations get the most tense, he might be the best rookie that we've ever seen. So we'll break down his dominance and what he's doing to help lead the Padres to one of their best seasons in franchise history. So we'll have that and much more on this episode of 3 Up, 3 Down. What's up, everybody? Welcome into 3 Up, 3 Down. I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, and today we're going to be discussing the wonderful Jackson Merrill. What more can be said about this guy? I'm running out of words to describe the play that I'm seeing out of this 21-year-old rookie who was expected to be a very good player, don't get me wrong, but what he's doing for the Padres, a team that has multiple guys that are making $250, $300 plus million, and he is the leading catalyst of it all. He is making sure that they are not going to be denied, and maybe they might sneak in. They're probably going to get a wild card spot. Like, they're not going to sneak into the playoffs by any stretch, but they're trying to win that division, and they're 3 games back of that first spot of the Los Angeles Dodgers, and they're not far away. They're really playing some good baseball as of late, and they have been one of the better teams in Major League Baseball, and Jackson Merrill is a big reason for that. But before we get into the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well. The Padres, even though they do spend a lot of money and they have been one of the big-time players in free agency over the past couple of years, I feel like they're an underdog story, and they always get overshadowed by what the Dodgers are doing in the NL West. It kind of feels like the Clippers of the MLB. That's just the feel that I get from the San Diego Padres, and it's no knock on them. I mean, they still haven't won a World Series, but if they're ever going to do it, I feel like this year could be the one. It's pretty wide open, and I know the Dodgers are great. I know that the Phillies are a really nice team in the NL, and then you have the Astros and the Yankees and a bunch of big-time teams all around Major League Baseball, but I feel like the Astros can really, the Padres, can really get something done here. So let's take a look at some of the stats that I want to break down here, and this is the first one. Jackson Merrill has 6 game-tying or go-ahead home runs in the 8th inning or later this season. No other player has more. Now, keep in mind, this is a 21-year-old rookie, and he's doing a lot of this damage off some pretty great pitchers as well. Now, Jackson Merrill in the 9th inning, 11 for 32, an OPS over 1.2, 5 home runs, and he hit his second walk-off home run of the year last year. And again, he's just 21 years old. He's only scratching the surface. Jackson Merrill has a 1.1 OPS in late and close situations this season. That's the second best such OPS by a player age 21 or younger in the wild card era, minimum 70 plate appearances, behind Juan Soto in 2019, who was on the Padres last year, and 1 spot ahead of Alex Rodriguez in 1996. Now, it just goes to show you how impressive he truly has been and what he's doing. Like, it's hard to really fathom what he's doing this year for the Padres. And a lot of his damage has come off elite relievers, right? Now, he's doing this off guys like Edwin Diaz, Mason Miller, Manuel Clase. And if we look at his stats for the season, he's got a 3.4 WAR. He's got an OPS plus of 125, and those numbers keep on climbing steadily. He's not drawing a ton of walks. He's still a little bit impatient, but who cares when you're getting extra base hits the way he is, when you're hitting home runs in big time situations like he is. I mean, there's nothing to complain about with Jackson Merrill, and I'm not going to lie to you guys and say that I watch the Padres on a daily basis. I'm not a diehard Padres fan by any stretch, but I have this guy on my fantasy team, and I make sure to check out his at-bats and see what he's doing. And every single time I update my fantasy feed, this guy is doing something of substance, whether it's stealing a base, whether it's making a defensive gem, whether it's just getting a clutch hit and driving in 2 or 3 runs at a time. Like, he just does the things that need to be done from a superstar player, and he's embracing this. He is embracing the role that Mike Shildt and the Padres have bestowed upon him, which is go out there, be the best player on the field on any given moment, and show the world what you're here to do, and that's to be an absolute superstar. And Merrill just keeps on getting better with every passing game. His numbers keep getting better, and these are not shabby numbers by any stretch. A 288 batting average, 72 RBIs, 19 home runs. Those are really good numbers, especially for a rookie. Like he should walk away with the Rookie of the Year award, although Paul Skenes might have something to say about that. Jackson Merrill, from start to finish of the season, has been the most consistent rookie that maybe we have ever seen. And there haven't really been many dips in his play. Yeah, he didn't start off too hot, but recently he's been one of the best players in baseball. Not just the best rookie in baseball, one of the absolute best players in baseball. And that's something that needs to be acknowledged by fans all over the place. Like, this guy is a superstar. If he isn't already, he's going to be a superstar in the next year or two. He just keeps getting better. He's 21 years old, and it's insane that a 21-year-old can have it figured out this quickly. Now, we saw Corbin Carroll do great last year as a rookie, even though he's a little bit older, and he's struggling a bit this season. He's not having that same output that he did in his rookie year. Maybe he'll start to get figured out. Maybe he'll strike out a little bit more. Maybe he won't be the same dynamic player that we're seeing this year in 2024. But right now, the Padres are reaping the benefits of calling him up and letting him start the season in center field. And that's another thing. He is playing center field. He was a shortstop coming up through the minor leagues. And of course, we know that Ha-Seong Kim was going to be their everyday guy. And they have a ton of shortstops on their roster, or natural shortstops on the roster, like Xander Bogaerts, Fernando Tatis, Jurickson Profar as well came up as a shortstop. They have quite a few shortstops that could play there in a pinch, and Jackson Merrill was one of them, and he came up and he had to learn an entirely new position defensively, which he has done an adequate job at, if not even above average job at center field. And the hitting, I mean, the fact that his numbers in the major leagues are better than the numbers that we saw from him in the minors, and that just speaks to how well he has been playing, and speaks to how much of a talent he is. Like, baseball is a tough game, and for you to figure it out at the ripe age of 21 years old, it's very impressive. I love what I'm seeing out of Jackson Merrill. I love what I'm seeing out of the Padres. They're one of the more exciting teams in baseball, and Petco Park is an electric ballpark as well when that team is doing well. We saw them in the playoffs. They know how to rock that place. There's no doubt about it. But let's take one more look at his stats for the season. I guarantee you that they're going to keep on climbing, and he's just going to keep on getting better with each passing day. But that'll wrap it up for this episode of 3 Up, 3 Down. Thank you guys again for making it this far. Took a little bit of a hiatus. Was off on Friday, but we'll be back every day of this week. So make sure to stay tuned for the next video that we got coming out for you guys. But hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and give me your thoughts on the wondrous Jackson Merrill. Merrill Mania, as they like to call it. Merrill Madness. Whatever it is, he's really wowing baseball fans and getting them off their seats. But check out Baseball Town as well before we head out. They're your one-stop shop for everything that you need baseball related, whether it's bats, gloves, batting gloves, cleats. They got you covered. The best equipment at the most competitive prices. So check them out today. 3 locations, one in Ottawa, Ontario, 2 in Quebec, 1 in Laval, 1 in St. Hubert. And if you're not near there, they ship worldwide as well. So check them out. You get $10 off your first order. You get free shipping, anything over $99. So it's definitely worth it. Again, the best equipment at the most competitive prices. Check them out today. But I will see you guys tomorrow.